Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, if you don't know who I am, my name's Smitty. Today, it's kind of cool out and it's dark outside, so I figured I'd do something inside. So, I seen this the other day, and of course, if anybody knows, I'm from the show me state. You got to show me for something that works. So, I'm going to put that to the test. What I've got is, um, I picked up this Milwaukee drill. Um, it was my father's, and he had had it in his basement. And I can't tell you when the last time it was used, but I know that the battery on it, nothing works. And here's one of the ones that came out of it. And they got those little test deals there. You push it and there's nothing there. So I seen somebody else try this before, and a way to revive these batteries I'm going to try. Now this is a known good battery. This is off of my Impact. I'm just topping it off right now. It's something kind of cool I never noticed. I didn't realize that those LEDs actually lit up as the thing charged, which I thought that was kind of neat. It's the little simple things like that. But anyway, so let's start by checking the voltage. Yeah, my bench is a mess right now. Not really an excuse, I just haven't had time to clean it. See if I can get this tripod to hold this phone up. Okay. So we're going to put our fluke on volt, and we'll see what this battery's got in it. According to this other battery, I do believe that that's going to be, may have to make a jumper lead here. I mean, I'm probably going to have to anyway, but alright, let's see what we got here. See if it'll read anything. It got 0.8 of a volt in it, 8.23 volts. So, yeah, that one's a little flat. So that's probably why it won't charge. Because from what I understand, these have got like a fail-safe in them that will keep them from charging when they get that flat. So here's the one I just pulled off the charger. Let's see what it's got in it. Okay, it's got 20 volts in it, and it was just on the charger. So, and it is an 18 volt battery. So what I've seen these guys do is make a jumper. Let's see what we can do about doing that. We'll make ourselves a jumper wire, a couple jumper wires. Get some decent sized wire here. That's some 12 gauge. I think this is the same size. That's 14. That's good enough. We're just going to try to shock this battery back to life. So now, from what I understand, what they said anyway, is you just have to get it to the point where the charger will take over. Okay, there's our positive. Try to make these the same length. I don't know that this will work. I seem to remember seeing somebody saying that there's a chance that you could blow the battery up, which I don't know if that's true or not. But I heard LiPo batteries are kind of good for that. They'll have a thermal meltdown, or one of the batteries will be bad inside and it'll expand and blow up. Again, I've not messed with lithium batteries this way, really. But if I can avoid having to buy batteries, I'm be a lot happier. Alright, so, okay, so we got our 2 batteries. This is our old one. You can see the markings are a little bit different on them too. It tells you how old the battery is. This is the newer one. So we're going to do positive to positive first. So let's go in there, and there, and then we'll do negative and negative. Now, since I don't know what to expect, that's all I'm going to do right now. Let's see if that changed anything. I know that wasn't very long, but these batteries are pretty dead. So let's see if it actually brought it up any. Wow, look at there. Just that little short time brought it up to 2 volts. So let's continue. I don't know what the voltage has to be, and the battery's stone cold. I don't know what the battery has to be to charge. You're better off to do a little at a time. That brought it up to 3 volts. Just out of curiosity, to see what the charger does. I don't think it's going to be enough to do anything, but yeah, you can't see that red light. There. The red light is on, but when I checked it before, when it tested bad, it would flash red and green. Yeah, see, just like that. So that's telling me that it's not going to take a charge yet. So we'll try to do it a little bit more. When I push the light, it kind of barely blinks red. So, I mean, we got a little bit of action out of it. So let's keep going. In fact, let's see if it did anything there. I doubt it did, but yeah, still like 2.5 volts. So let's see what we can do with this dude. Like I said, I don't know what the voltage has to be for this thing to charge. A little, almost 4 volts. And there's no guarantee this is going to work. But I figured it was worth a shot anyway. Alright, let's see where we're at. 4 volts. I just noticed I think these are the same amp hour battery too. This is a 1.4 amp hour. So that's actually a smaller battery than this one. This is a 2 amp hour. I actually have a 5 amp hour that's on my impact. And you can't hardly wear the dang thing down. Let's see where we're at here. Still at 4 volts. Let's try it one more time and see what it does. These may just be done. I may not be able to save them. Out of curiosity, let's measure our donor pack here. See how much it's dropped. Yeah. Yeah, it's still at 20 volts, so. And it's still got the same outcome there. It's flashing red and green, which means, according to the little chart here on the top, it means the battery is junk. But it's also flat, so. Let's check this other one. Well, this one, I mean, it shows it's flat too. Yeah, see, that one's worse off than the first one. It's got under 2 volts in it. So let's see if we can do anything with this one. We're just going to leave them sit for a little bit, and we'll come back to it. Well, this is kind of interesting. This one here, I haven't even had it hooked up that long, and it's already up to a little over 5 volts. So that's promising. So this one may come around. So let's, I'm going to keep charging it for, well, you know what? Let's see what it does on the charger. Again, I don't know what the threshold is on these batteries, how charged they have to be, or how much voltage they have to be for the charger to actually take over. Yep. That one's still not far enough up yet. It's still blinking red and green, so we will continue on. And we'll give it another 5 minutes or so, and we'll see how that does. Okay, I think the threshold is about 6.5 volts. This one here, I measured it off camera, and I was up to about 6.4 volts, somewhere in there. And I put it on the charger, and the charger didn't reject it. And I've got one LED on the front. So this one may actually take a charge. We'll leave that one on there for a little bit, and we'll go back to this other one. Now, as you can see on the last one, I measured 5. It was measuring 5 volts. But I did have a bar on it, so this one pack may actually be bad. I may not be able to save it. This one looks like it's going. It's got one LED red one, which means it's charging. And I can feel the charger humming in my hand, so this is the actual charger that came with the drill. I also have a Dewalt drill I need to try the same thing on, see if I can salvage it, because it's a hammer drill, and I'm gonna need it for doing concrete anchors. I've got another video. I'm still trying to get my shop here set up to where I can do stuff, and I need some air in here. You might call me a little old school, but I don't use a lot of electric tools. I mean, I do, but they have their place. But I really prefer my air tools. You don't have to keep charging battery. I mean, as long as the compressor's running, you're good to go. But what makes electric nice is you can take it just about anywhere. And it's super portable. Like if you're going to a salvage yard, you've got impact wrench there and air ratchet. You got ratchet wrench and all that good stuff, which is super handy to save you some time taking bolts out and stuff. All right, let's see where we're at. About 4.5 volts. So it's getting there. Wires aren't warm, the batteries aren't warm. So I'm gonna let these sit for a little bit, and I'll come back to you here in a minute. Well, here's something kind of interesting. So this battery I had on the old charger just a minute ago, and it was charging. I put it on the new charger, and it don't like it. This one here was the one that was testing like it wasn't going to charge. And I put it on the old charger, and it's charging. So my guess is the new one is a little more finicky than the old charger as far as charging voltage. Well, since I knew this one was going to charge, let's measure voltage on it. This may just be a lost cause. I got 4.2 in it. So, yeah. Interesting. We're going to leave this dude plugged in for a while, I guess, and see what goes. Maybe we'll get lucky and this other one's going to charge. I think this is the one that's actually the good battery here. It flashes one, but that's about as far as it goes. I think my good battery still got 20 volts in it. Yeah, still 20 volts, so we'll let it ride and see what happens. Okay, this one took a while, but after about 5 minutes, you can see it's saying that this battery's bad too. I don't know if we've got any charge in it or not, but we're going to try to pull it up. Last time I checked this was a few minutes ago with this other battery that's sitting here, and this one was actually taking a charge, doing it the manual way. So we'll just disconnect that. We'll see where we're at. It's 720. We'll see if it'll take off and go. And let's see where we're at with this one. See if it actually did any charging, because that took forever to say that it was bad. So I would have thought it would have taken something. Not really. 3.1 volts. There, it's probably better. You can see it now. 3.1 volts. So we'll leave that one plugged in for a while and see if we can gain some ground anywhere. That one was up to a little over 7 volts, and so we put it on this charger and we'll let it sit there and see how it goes. Alright, so it's the next day. I gave these batteries a little bit of time to sit overnight. These are my 2 bad ones. These are the 2 good ones. I did charge this one up, and I let these other 2 that were discharged sit overnight. And surprisingly enough, when I checked the voltage on them, this one here had about 3 volts in it, which is pretty good, because I mean we started with, you know, 0.2 of a volt, and this other one here was just over a volt. And so we did the same jumper thing again, and I just measured this a minute ago and it was already up to 7.5 volts. Alright y'all, I figured this is probably the best place to stop. The battery on the camera went dead, so I'm gonna pick this video up on the next one. So you're gonna want to make sure and stay tuned for it. We'll dive into a little further and see what we can come up with. Might be a little bit something you want to watch. I don't know. You may not find this interesting at all, but hey, if you like what you did see here, make sure to like and subscribe and share that dude. I can't thank you all enough for getting me past 200. I never thought it was going to happen. 200 subs is just awesome. I'm just tickled to death. So help me keep it going. So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks and God bless. We'll see you.